Hey, what's up, mortals? Davey Wavy here, and welcome to part 4 of What If Young Naruto and Sasuke Left Konoha. This story is by our writer Axel Boost. Its official title is One Steeped in Darkness. Axel has given us permission to use it on the channel. Links to the original fanfiction postings will be in the description. As always, just wanted to greet you all by saying sit back and relax. You're in for a treat. A swath of infinite darkness consumed Danzo's vision. He floated along in the sea of nothingness, flailing in a futile attempt at gaining control. The vacuum of space carried him in a random direction. He found himself unable to discern which way was up, which was down, or how much time had passed. Some indeterminate amount of time later, he was in a new location, hands and feet bound to something solid. The surface was not hard enough to be stone, perhaps wood? No amount of struggling made a difference. His body wouldn't budge. He looked around and was surprised to be met with a series of mirror images of himself. They stretched onward for as far as he could see. All of the other Danzos were pinned to crosses, illuminated by a dim light that penetrated the vast darkness. Although his movement was heavily restricted, he managed to look down. Gasping, he realized that like his duplicates, he too was on a cross. A pair of feet walked into view, causing a lump of dread to lodge in his throat. Danzo lifted his head to look upon the person's face. Itachi Uchiha's burning red eyes stared back at him, cold and unfeeling. "I don't have time to waste on you," he said in an even tone. "I'll trap you here for as long as it takes to get answers." Danzo tried to jerk his left arm free, but the cross didn't give an inch. "I already told you, I don't know where they are." Itachi cut his eyes at the writhing Leaf Elder. Then he leaned closer and whispered into his ear. "When I left this village, I told you what would happen if you ever went after Sasuke. Lest you forget, if you're lying or you do anything to impede my search, I'll spill years' worth of classified intel. Not only to competing nations, but to my partner in the Akatsuki." "I haven't broken our agreement," Danzo said. "This wasn't my doing!" Itachi slipped a sword out from beneath his cloak and brandished it in front of him. The mirrored Danzos were accompanied by their own personal copies of Itachi, who mimicked their creator's sword flourish. "Make me believe you, and the pain will stop." Itachi stabbed Danzo in the leg and talked over his outcry of pain. "Within Tsukuyomi, I control all. Time and space, even physical mass. I can condemn you to this hell for all eternity. You would do well to remember that before giving me an answer." The callous torture that followed racked Danzo with visceral spikes of pain. He knew this realm was a false construct. Nevertheless, his suffering felt just as real. Perhaps even more so here than it would have in the physical world. Every slash, every stab, every twist of the blade inside the wound was magnified 100-fold. All of the other Danzo's pain was transferred to him, leaving him with no reprieve. When he was finished, Itachi broke the genjutsu and stared down at the crumpled body against the wall. Less than a second had passed here, versus the nigh endless hell within Tsukuyomi. Left in a pathetic state, Danzo lay still. He whispered the same words over and over with perfect clarity. "I don't know. I don't know." Itachi's eyes widened, and he turned to Kisame, who still had a murderous grin on his face. It seems he wasn't hiding anything. He never changed his story. "Oh," Kisame chuckled darkly and threw Danzo a piteous glance. "Unfortunate for him, I suppose. Now what?" "Now we search." Itachi slipped past his partner and dashed for the exit. Kisame kept on his heels with no difficulty. "Remember," the former said, "we're only after Naruto Uzumaki. There's no need to start any unnecessary fights." "That's a shame," Kisame said. "But at least we were able to have a little fun." "Yeah." Itachi retreated into his thoughts. What he called the necessary evil of killing his former comrades, Kisame called fun. The two of us couldn't be less alike, he thought with a heavy heart. This video is sponsored by Honey. Honey is a free browser add-on available on Google, Opera, Firefox, Safari. If it's a browser, it has Honey. Honey automatically saves you money when you check out on sites like Amazon, Papa John's, and Kohl's. Wherever you shop, there's a good chance that Honey can save you money. All you have to do when you're checking out is click that little orange button, and it'll find discount codes for you. It takes 2 clicks to install Honey, Anytime you check out, if there's a coupon code, Honey will find it. And if there's not a coupon code, you can rest assured that you're getting the best price possible. If you install Honey right now, you can save so much money on your online shopping while doing absolutely nothing. There's no reason not to install Honey. It takes 2 clicks, 10 million people use it, and it has 100,000 5-star reviews. Unless you hate money, you should install Honey. Use the link in the description to start saving money now. Kakashi Hatake dashed through the forest at the perimeter of the Hidden Leaf Village. His loyal tracking dog summon, Pakun, led the way. A handful of additional Jonin and Anbu fanned out to cover other areas, accompanied by the rest of Pakun's pack. Kakashi scanned his surroundings with his Sharingan, using his visual acuity to ensure no stone was left unturned. "Anything?" he asked, glancing at Pakun. "Nothing concrete. His trail leads this way," Pakun said, paws hard at work carrying his small body along. They came to a stop at an empty clearing. Pakun scratched at the dirt, sniffed the air, and turned to his summoner with a long face. "Goes cold here." Kakashi sighed. They can't have just vanished into thin air. Catching a glimpse of a chakra signal nearby, he hurried to inspect the tree. Wait, what's this? A slip of paper was tucked away inside a deep hollow in the tree. Kakashi worked 2 fingers in and plucked the object free, examining it for clues. He knelt to allow Pakun a quick sniff as well. "I don't recognize this scent," he said. Kakashi flinched. A sudden surge of energy made the hair on the back of his neck raise. He and Pakun leapt in opposite directions, not needing to use words to know danger was imminent. Hidden beneath their feet, Kakashi spotted a wide, circular ceiling pattern. His removal of the paper seemed to have activated a trap of some kind. A bright flash obscured his vision and a deafening boom sounded. The explosion decimated the spot where he and his tracker dog once stood. Shrapnel scattered in all directions, leaving Kakashi with several scrapes. He landed beside what was now a smoldering crater. Across from him, Pakun whimpered, bleeding from an injured back leg. Kakashi narrowed his eyes. "A trap. I have to warn everyone." He tapped his earpiece and it crackled to life. "This is Kakashi. Everyone, don't touch the..." Halfway into the panicked Jonin's message, a series of similar explosions to the one that hurt Pakun went off. The consecutive blasts decorated the sky with smoke and debris. Garbled cries of pain echoed through the intercom. Then, his connection to the other squad members cut out. Whoever orchestrated this was not only sadistic, but also thorough. They created a ring of false trails around the village meant to lead tracker squads astray. Making matters worse, any attempts at following lingering scents would now be ruined by the abundance of smoke. Kakashi dropped his arms, the full weight of the failure of this mission hitting him like a gut punch. Despite how much he wanted there to be 0 casualties, he had been in this line of work long enough to know that was just wishful thinking. Damn. Itachi and Kisame skidded to a halt in the grass, surveying the area for signs of the abducted boys. Crows scattered on the former's command. They spread out among the treetops, conduits for Itachi's Sharingan. He searched every inch of the forest, including nearby caves. When at last the crows returned to him with less than satisfying results, he clenched his fists. Kisame perked up, noticing the subtle movement. Got something? No, Itachi said bitterly, digging his heels into the dirt. They're not here. Wherever the person who took them went, they don't seem to have left a trail, since even my Mangekyo couldn't detect the thing. So in short, we've got nothing, Kisame realized. Who could pull something like this off? He growled. And I was really looking forward to cutting loose a bit. Itachi held back the urge to unleash his frustration. He had done everything he could to ensure his little brother had a future. Now, for all he knew, someone could be out there hurting him. What if they stole his Sharingan, or were using him as a bargaining chip against the Leaf? Fugaku and Mikoto asked Itachi to look after Sasuke in their final moments. If anything happened to the latter, it would mean he'd failed miserably as an older brother. Not just that, but Itachi would have disgraced himself even more so than the night of the Uchiha massacre. He went against the wishes of his clan and his family, all for the greater good of the village. All in hopes that his brother could live a life safe from harm and one day become the hero of the Leaf and avenge the Uchiha. Despite calculating everything so carefully, he'd made a fatal error somewhere along the way. Sasuke was the one forced to pay for his blunder, and that fact filled him with remorse. Returning to pain empty-handed paled in comparison to the gravity of losing his last remaining family member to who knew what dangers. Sasuke, where are you? Thank you for meeting me here, Itachi said. He took a knee in deference to the man who awaited him. The third Hokage stood at the edge of a rooftop with a pipe in his mouth. He nodded toward Itachi and blew out a puff of smoke. In consideration of their need for privacy, the rogue ninja had selected this place for the rendezvous. No one visited this abandoned building tucked away in a remote corner of the village, so it was safe to talk here. Itachi, please rise. The boy complied, an unreadable look on his face as always. Hiruzen turned to face Itachi. I assume you're here to discuss Sasuke's disappearance. Yes, Lord Hokage. Do you know anything pertaining to his whereabouts? The third removed his pipe and uttered a tired sigh. I wish I had better news to give you. Just this morning, Kakashi led a search for both Naruto and Sasuke. The squad stumbled onto a trap and there were casualties. It's difficult for me to admit that I have exhausted all conceivable avenues of finding them. No one seems to know anything about who killed the 2 guards by the gate either. Itachi swallowed hard. I see. By the way, I'm a clone. I was sent to search for Naruto by the leader of the Akatsuki, but my partner and I haven't found anything. Hiruzen stiffened, on high alert all of a sudden. Are you sure you weren't noticed? Coming to see me in the presence of members of that organization could put you at risk. It's fine. I disguised myself as a crow, so my partner didn't notice anything. Good, the Hokage said. Again, I wish I had more information to offer. In all honesty, it's not even a matter of a lack of resources. Whoever took them is very skilled and knows how to evade our tracker ninja. Even Kakashi's ninja hounds fell for their dummy trail. I understand. The Uchiha's gaze hardened, determination in his coal black eyes. Either way, I'll never stop looking. Nor will we, Itachi. You'd best get back before someone comes looking for me. If you're seen by any other Leaf Shinobi, we won't be able to meet like this anymore. Yes, sir. Before I go, I want to apologize for the mess. Mess? My partner and I paid Danzo a visit. Taken aback, Hiruzen dropped his pipe. What? Is he? No, I didn't kill him. He and his followers are in bad shape, though. Leveling a firm gaze on his former leader, Itachi added, You'll find them at Root headquarters. The moment the words sank in, Hiruzen stomped on his pipe and gritted his teeth. So, does this mean Danzo disobeyed my order to disband Root? So it would seem. Itachi stepped closer to the third Hokage and looked him in the eyes. They shared a silent nod of mutual respect. Thank you for letting me know, Itachi, Hiruzen said, deftly sliding a kunai out from beneath the folds of his white robes. Farewell. He performed one swift stroke. The kunai glided across Itachi's throat, carving a straight line into his exposed skin. A split second later, the injured clone vanished in a cloud of smoke. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in the story thus far. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, we've got a primary channel called We the Celestials. We the Celestials is what we do here already, but their content's centered around the crazy world and lore of My Hero Academia. So please check us out over there if you're feeling in the mood for a roller coaster of quirky content. We also have another relative to our channel, Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive goes deep into the facts and lore of a wide variety of anime. It's guaranteed to expand your weeb knowledge of all kinds of series. On behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. If you're perhaps interested in what we do here at WTC, then I would like to extend an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being we only accept members 16 and older to join our crew. You can find us on our Discord, which you can locate in the description below. Our Discord is an all-around fantastic place to be, whether you're a fan or looking to join our band of misfits. All you gotta do is hit up the recruitment server and sign up for whichever category of work fulfills your interests. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching, and have a great day.